That evening, because of how much money Indusa had gotten from Mr. Njeri, she stopped by the evening market and bought some meat and other ingredients for soup. For the longest time, Indusa had been craving to eat some meat, but since her parents were very poor and couldn't afford to add meat to their meals, the first thing Indusa did was stop by the meat seller's stand.
Indusa, where did you get the money to buy all these things?
Dakia asked in shock when she saw Indusa making a pot of soup filled with meat.
Mama, you will not believe it.
Tell me.
So this evening, while I was returning home from selling my boiled cassava, I found some money by the bush.
And you took it?
Yes, Mama, I did. I looked around for the owner but didn't find anyone. I even waited to see if anyone would come to look for it, but no one came.
So you found money and decided to use it all to cook? Why didn't you tell your father and I first? We would have known what to do with it.
But Mama, we have not eaten meat or such nice soup for a while. I thought of giving everyone a treat instead of keeping the money.
It doesn't matter. You should have done the right thing. So did you use everything for the soup, or do you still have some money left?
I didn't use everything. I kept some change,
Indusa said as she handed her mother some money. How much did you say you found?
Don't worry, Mama. This is everything that is left. You can keep it.
As expected, that night, Indusa, her parents and her siblings had a very nice meal, and they were all glad to eat some meat after months of not having any. Knowing so well that her parents would freak out, Indusa deliberately refused to mention to her parents that she went to Mr. Njeri's house. She knew that the whole village, including her parents, believed Mr. Njeri was a ritualist because he was very wealthy, owned many businesses in the city, and acted weird at times. The following morning, Indusa did not even bother to boil cassava and hawk it because she had received a lot of money from Mr. Njeri the previous day. In fact, she was even preparing to go back there and spend some time with Caro so she would make more money. Just as planned, when it was afternoon, Indusa went to Mr. Njeri's house and spent time with Caro. At the end of the day, she was paid handsomely. But this time, Indusa did not do anything with her money so her parents would not ask too many questions, and she didn't want them to suspect anything either. As the months passed, Indusa continued to go to Mr. Njeri's house every day. As usual, after playing and spending time with Caro, she would get paid. Even on the days her parents were at home, Indusa would sneak out to Mr. Njeri's house and then tell her siblings to cover for her. After some months of working for Mr. Njeri, Indusa ended up saving more money than she needed. But because she knew that she needed money to take care of her other needs, she couldn't stop working. One evening, after Indusa had spent time with Caro and was about to leave, Mr. Njeri asked to speak with her.
Indusa, I must say I am very pleased with all you have been doing. In the last few months, Caro has been more active and energetic, and I have you to thank for that. No, sir. I should be thanking you. Words cannot express how pleased I am to meet you.
You are welcome, my dear. That reminds me, you will be resuming school soon, right?
Yes, in a month.
Do you have everything you need?
Yes, I do. By this weekend, I will go to the market to buy some of the things I need.
That's good. I'm impressed. Anyway, that's not why I called you here. I have something important I'd like to discuss with you.
Okay, what's that, sir?
So, there's a club I belong to, and they are looking for someone to do a simple task. The payment is 1 million Kenyan shillings per month.
1 million?
Indusa's eyes popped out.
That is a lot of money!
Yes, it is. Since you are now like family to me, I wanted to give you the opportunity. But the timing is wrong because you will be resuming school soon.
Really? I will take it! If I can make 1 million a month, then school can wait! Are you sure? What we are about to offer you is a full-time job, and it's not something you will wake up and quit one morning. Also, this job is not the usual kind of work, and it's not just for anybody. It's for the fearless and strong-hearted ones. Are you sure you want to do it?
I will do it, sir. Right now, I am ready to do anything for that amount of money. It will go a long way for my family and I.
Speaking of family, you are not to mention this to anyone. Don't worry. When we go there, you will be briefed on what to do.
Okay, sir. When do we go?
We will go there tomorrow. Come here first thing tomorrow morning so we can set off.
Mr. Njeri said, stretching a small bundle of money to Indusa. That night, Indusa could not sleep because she could not stop thinking of everything she would achieve by earning 1 million a month. The following morning, as she was instructed, Indusa left her house for Mr. Njeri's house and they left for the city. Upon getting to the city, Indusa was shocked to see all the beautiful houses, cars and much more.
Let's go inside,
Mr. Njeri said, leading Indusa into a well-decorated hall. Inside the hall, there were people sitting at a round table and they all wore red cloaks, including Mr. Njeri. Since it was Indusa's first time attending the meeting, she did not really understand what they were talking about. She just sat at the end of the table and watched them in silence.
This is the girl I told you about,
Mr. Njeri said, beckoning at Indusa to come forward.
She is bright, just as you said. And she will be perfect for the job,
one of the men said.
My dear, welcome to the Red Temple. Njeri has told me so much about you, and I'm happy to meet you in person. The task you will be doing is not an easy one. It will require you to change into other forms at times. Can you do that?
The man said, and Indusa nodded.
That's good. Here. Drink this,
the man said as he handed Indusa a small golden goblet filled with liquid. At first, Indusa hesitated to drink the liquid, but when she saw Mr. Njeri nodding at her, she gulped everything down. Immediately she did that, she began to feel strange and a little bit lightheaded.
That's it.
My body
is already kicking in. Now I want you to think of any animal you would like to change into.
As soon as he said that, Indusa became a snake and everyone cheered at her.
Now, if you can hear me, turn back into yourself,
the man said, and Indusa turned back into herself. What just happened? I couldn't see you guys clearly anymore.
Now that you are back, let's tell you what you are to do. Every day, you will have to go through the XY Expressway and make sure you cause cars and traveling buses to have accidents.
Accidents?
Yes, that's what you will do. Once you do this, we will pay you 1 million every month. And you will also get bonuses based on the number of people who die in every accident. So depending on your dedication, you may be going home with lots of money every month.
But I don't know how to do that. Also, I didn't know that I'll be killing people.
It's not hard. There is still more we need to teach you. Once it's time for you to cause an accident, you will appear at the spot and run in front of a speeding car or bus. It must always be at a particular junction because that's where our blood drum is,
the man said.
Think of all the money you can make. You can help your family and do all the things you want to do with it. You will also get to travel around the world and live the life you never had. We will also take care of you as our family,
Mr. Njeri said. Because Mr. Njeri had been around Indusa for months, he knew the exact words to say that would convince her to agree with what they wanted. But those innocent people...
Do not worry about that. Let us be the ones to worry,
Mr. Njeri said.
I will teach you how to transform at will and the signs you should do for every particular animal.
Okay, I will do it, Indusa said, and they completed her ritual with chicken blood. Later that day, on their way back to their village, Mr. Njeri taught Indusa everything she needed to know. Most importantly, he taught her how to transform at will, the words she would recite before changing, and how she would appear at the location she wanted. After the training, the following day, Indusa decided to do what she had been taught. So she transformed into a big python and appeared at the junction where she had been stationed. As soon as she appeared there, she hid in a small bush and waited for a car or bus to come in her direction. Unluckily, while Indusa was waiting patiently in the bush for her victim, a traveling bus that carried more than 40 passengers drove in her direction, and as soon as she spotted the speeding bus from a distance, she crossed the road. Strangely, around the same time the bus driver drove into that area, he felt a heavy presence and began dozing off while driving. As a result of dozing off, he didn't see Indusa when she crossed the road in the form of a snake. It was only when the bus got close to her that he realized he was about to run over a snake. So he pressed his brakes to avoid hitting the snake. Sadly, because of how he suddenly pressed the brakes while speeding, the bus got off the road and somersaulted 3 times. At the end of it, more than 30 people had lost their lives in that accident, and the ones who made it out alive were severely injured and some had their body parts detached. Satisfied with what she had done, Indusa disappeared back to her parents' house and she transformed back into a human being. To keep the end of their deal, the occultic group ensured they took good care of Indusa. Aside from paying her what they had promised, Indusa had access to many things beyond her age. But besides having all the good things and traveling as she liked, her parents began to notice something off about her.
Indusa, where were you yesterday evening? Your siblings looked everywhere for you but couldn't find you, only to see you sleeping in bed.
I was at home, Mama. Maybe I was in the bathroom when they were looking for me. Indusa lied. Aside from the weird happenings Indusa's parents and siblings had noticed about Indusa, they also noticed her sudden, unexplainable, expensive possessions. Sometimes, Indusa would return home with an expensive phone or dress, and if her parents inquired where she got it from, she would cook up a story. Aside from these things, constantly transforming into different kinds of animals was physically affecting Indusa's natural human state. Sometimes, she would crave turning into an animal even when she was not on a mission. There was even one time when Indusa turned into a snake in her room, and unfortunately, her sister saw the snake and ran out to get a machete. But before she returned, Indusa had transformed back to herself and she had pretended to search for the snake too. As time passed, Indusa enjoyed killing people more and she always looked forward to the bonuses she would get from the occultic group. Unknown to her, they were only using her and they would turn their backs on her in the days of trouble. Watch out for part 3. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.